5 minutes.
I think the 9 Western Run is an overlay, certainly based on the morning line, 3-1. This horse was in that common race with Mr. Bobo. 2 back at Ellis, finished just in behind him, but I thought tried very hard to the wire after being hung wide basically throughout. Made the lead at Kentucky Downs last out over that taxing mile trip and lost to a very nice winner and Montador for Mike Stidham.
Yeah, we get to see Montador tomorrow. He's in our 8th and featured event. Nice horse, that's for sure. Yeah, you know one thing about this guy, he's really had great spacing throughout his career. Ever since Joe got him after the 19th of April affair. He's really spaced his races off pretty nicely. Like you said, an overlay.
Yeah, it looks good out there on the racetrack for sure.
Yeah, coat glowing under the lights.
The 2 is Rappaport, 6th last out. Kind of sort of to me was wrangled back early and ran like a horse that needed the race. This is the 5-2 morning line favorite, but he's chilly on the tote board, Tony. He's 7-1.
He obviously needed the race. He hadn't been seen in almost 2 years, and now he's coming back very quickly. Boy, this is a very quick wheel back after a lengthy layoff. Perhaps the best way to get in shape when you've been away this long is to race rather than train.
Could have been part of the plan.
Could have been.
Which means he can run that much better today. I think that's a huge price. 13, a lot of times these AEs that draw in fly under the radar. This one is not. This one is taking live attention at 5-1 for Riley Mott. Beaten 3 lengths when last seen on the turf at Gulfstream. That was way back in March.
I tell you what, if you look at this horse, look at all the italics in the running lines. I mean, look who beat him at first asking.
Yeah.
That's a nice horse.
We forget about him, don't we? He would have been one of the, maybe the favorite in the Kentucky Derby.
Isn't he the last horse to beat Sovereignty?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then Multiverse is pretty good. Skate Away. Then you've got 3 repeat winners out of the most recent race. His first race on turf with an outside post, and he was able to close. And it's very hard to sustain 5 wide bids through the turn in turf racing. You can kind of build up the momentum, but he was wide throughout. I know they went fast early. I give him a puncher's chance. He's 6-1.
Kevin was mentioning Ice Wolf. I haven't been a big fan of this horse in those grass races. Certainly as the family.
Team Foley, Joe said that, not me.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, I will say non-believer here, but also 15-1. So I'm more in the majority this time around. The family's awesome. Half to Major Fed, May Lily, Zapparini, Attorney Tim, Claire Nation. We talk about productive broodmares. Bobby's Babe certainly fits in that category. And
I like him going back-to-back long on the turf. I think that's eventually where he's going to be at his best, don't you?
Yeah, I mean, should.
According, the dam was very good going long on the turf.
That last race was okay. I mean, it was Maiden 75s.
It was his second start since the layoff, and actually only his third start since December. He's probably still trying to race into shape, get there.
Yeah.
He was away for a long time. Now he's finally able to string some races, and he's had more than a month to get ready in preparation for this affair.
All right, 1 minute to post time. I got to fire up my Twin Spiders
There you go.
account. Tony is ready to head on over to the betting windows up here in the Aristides Loft. Best of luck. Good night. We'll be right back at it at 1 o'clock tomorrow.
Horses have reached the starting gate. It's post time. Waiting for Don Dragon. They're in the gate. And they're off. And Feeling Grand hesitated just as the gates opened. It is off near the back of the pack and then went outward from there. And it's Jujubee who is first bias. My Father's Place comes on to be second, so those two will go head and head. My Father's Place and Jujubee. Our Slice of Heaven is going to tuck in behind them third. Don Dragon far outside fourth. Rappaport down toward the inside fifth. Founders is out of there sixth. Ice Wolf settles into seventh. Western Run is eighth. Theodore George in ninth by 2. Feeling Grand is 10th by another 4. And then it's Mr. Bobo and $2 Bill, the back 2. The opening quarter, solid opening quarter there, 23-2. Backstretch run, Jujubee leads. My Father's Place a stalking second. And our Slice of Heaven also at a big price is right up there, too. And just in behind them is Founders, who finds a split and comes on to grab fourth, while Rappaport saves ground down inside fifth. Far turn now. Don Dragon from an outside post to the rail by the far turn is only 5 lengths off the lead. And then it's Western Run and Theodore George farther back in the field. Ice Wolf trying to muster up a rally. As they round the far turn, Jujubee in My Father's Place. There's still 1-2 as they come for the top of the stretch. Rappaport bottled up in behind horses. Theodore George cut the corner off the turn. Founders emerging from the pack. Don Dragon is there. Western Run coming down the top of the turf. And farther out is Mr. Bobo. Founders comes away with the lead at the 8th pole. Dashes clear by 2. Western Run finishing well. Mr. Bobo finishing well. Founders in front though. Founders. Length and a half in the end. Mr. Bobo was second. Western Run was third. And it looked like Don Dragon might have grabbed fourth. Founders. A 3-horse on the Constitution from Spindle by Hard Spun, owned by Robert LaPenta and Madaket Stables, trained by Safi Joseph Jr. Founders ridden tonight by Vincent Chemido. Bred in Kentucky by Purple Bloodstock, 142.18. It's official. Back in action tomorrow.